This is the Fredericksburg Neighbors Podcast, the place where local businesses and neighbors come together. Here's your host, Dory Stewart.
Welcome back to another episode of the FXBG Neighbors Podcast, where we share the stories of our favorite local brands. I'm excited to introduce you to my guest today. We've got Brett Bierce joining us, and he is with Brettrospective. Brett, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you. I'm so glad to be here. It's exciting.
Yeah, I'm excited too. I'm excited to learn about you and your business. So, what is Brettrospective?
So it is a media design company, basically graphic design, web design, identity management, general communications. I started it in 2005 as kind of a side hustle, so that I was doing similar work for the federal government at the time, and I wanted a color palette beyond red, white, and blue. So I started as a side hustle to be able to flex my design muscle in some different directions.
Amazing. So talk to me a little bit about the services within that. Is there a specific type of business that you work with? Walk me through a little bit more in depth of the services.
Sure. So I primarily work with small businesses or nonprofits, and even occasionally just a, a family who wants something captured for whatever reason. I've done one of my favorite projects was I did the wedding visual identity for a very good friend, and the invitations and signage and everything, and it was a lot of fun to put that together.
That's exciting. So it's both digital and print?
Hmm. Yeah.
Nice. And I understand that you also have an app that you've been working on. Tell us about that.
It's true. So the app is called Jobodex. It is an app to help you manage your job search. I retired from the federal government after 30 years in late 2025. I still need to work. And as I sat down to manage my job search, to start it, which I hadn't done in quite some time, I couldn't find anything that I really liked to help me manage it. Like was going to a bunch of different job websites like LinkedIn and Indeed and whatnot, um, and couldn't keep track of the jobs that interested me, the resumes that I'd submitted, what I'd applied to, things like that. So I decided to build an app, and that's what Jobodex does. Is it helps you save jobs that you're interested in and track those jobs through their life cycle. So you save it to the app. It pulls in the job description, salary information, the company, a whole bunch of information if it can pull it, and then you're able to, using the app, create a custom cover letter and a custom resume based on sort of a baseline resume and cover letter that you might build to apply for the jobs, and then you'll be able to know what resume you used to apply for a specific job and whether you've done it or not. It has an interview component where you can prepare for interviews. It's a pretty fulsome app, I think.
hmm That's interesting. So instead of logging into LinkedIn and logging into Indeed and going to all these different places, you do it all from the app.
So right now you still have to do a little bit of the work. You have to
hmm
um, go to the different job board websites, and
hmm
at least in my case, I would get a lot of email every night from LinkedIn and Indeed because I'd set up searches on those sites, and
hmm
then every morning I would go through and click through the jobs that interested me, and then save them to the app. Um,
Yeah.
and then go back and do a deeper dive into, okay, am I really interested in this job? And it was just a place where all of those different, like there's governmentjobs.com. Basically, if there is a job listing on the internet, you can save it to Jobodex, to help you keep it all in one spot. And the app is in the Apple ecosystem, so it works on iPhone, iPad, and Mac.
Okay.
Fully functional on all of those platforms,
hmm
and everything syncs up automatically for you.
Interesting. Interesting. I love that you saw a need and you were struggling with something yourself and you thought there's a better way. A lot of people think there's a better way and talk about it and complain about it, but you decided, I'm actually going to do something about it and you created an app. So that's pretty cool. Congratulations on that.
Thank you. It was, it was a bucket list item of mine. Like,
Yeah.
I've been an Apple fan for, well, a Mac fan since there's been a Mac. I'm dating myself, but and so I've always wanted to build an app. So it was basically, I certainly at the time, I had never done it before. It has been a very humbling experience. I a lot of my career was doing website development, so I have coding experience, but application development and website development, while similar, are very different beasts. And so um, it has been a labor of love. But I use the app every day.
Well, and it's a skill that you now have learned, and you're now better for it in terms of helping your clients as well, I imagine.
It's true. It's true. I don't. Because I've only built, well, I built 1.5 apps. I started with the other one I haven't launched and probably never will. It was something to just help me understand the process.
Hmm.
Um, because beyond just actually coding an app, you have to do, you have to build a website, which means to have, a marketing angle to it, a support angle to it. You need to do all the social medias. And then just the process of submitting it to the App Store, whatever
Hmm.
app store, be it Google Play or the Apple App Store. There's a lot that you still have to do. It's not just I built an app and you upload it and they review it and then hopefully publish it. There's marketing stuff that you have to do for them as well. Um,
Hmm.
so it's been an adventure, and yeah, I think eventually I might add it to my slate of services for Brettrospective, but
Yeah.
at least right now, well, I never want to say no.
You're open. You're open to
Yes, yeah.
it.
Mhm.
Do you find that there are any myths or misconceptions about what you do?
In as far as the design work that I do,
Hmm. Yeah.
I think people think that it's easy.
Mm-hmm.
Since I'm especially with websites, and I think especially with social media, everyone, the famous funny line is, well, I have a nephew that can do this. I'm absolutely sure that people have very talented nephews who can do it, but
Hmm.
it does take skill. The
Hmm.
landscape is definitely changing with AI. It
Hmm.
is, AI can write hundreds of lines of code in matters of seconds, and it's very good code.
Hmm.
And that is a benefit, but it is also going to change the nature of the field I work in.
Yeah. Yeah. It's interesting. I hope that there are plenty of businesses still using people like you, because you look on social media and you see all these AI graphics everywhere, and they're kind of an eyesore and they all start to look the same. And I think that the more people use them, the more people just kind of scroll past them and don't really pay attention because everything starts to look the same. So I hope that you're getting a lot of appreciation for what you
Well,
do.
thank you. I think there's a place for AI in the creative space. It's a
Hmm.
tool. It's not an answer. Um,
Yeah.
I
Hmm.
I will say, from my perspective, AI was created by humans, so it is fallible, and it kind of
Hmm.
needs to be monitored in the sense that you can ask it to create something, be it words or an image or code, but uh, you have to know enough to validate it. It's kind of like
Hmm.
learning math so you can use a calculator.
Hmm.
Calculators save time, but if you don't know the rules behind math, then
Hmm.
you don't know if the answer the calculator is giving you is correct.
Right. That's a good analogy. I like that. I like that. So you touched a little bit on your background, but tell me a little bit more. Let's dive deeper. What led you to starting your business?
so again, I was uh, again, I was at the time I worked on Capitol Hill.
Mhm.
I helped. My job was I managed a small team that managed the technical side of Senate.gov. Had a great partnership with another team in another organization in the Senate that manage the content for it. I was working part-time at an Apple retail store. Like I said, I love Apple.
Mm-hmm.
And was not enjoying the retail aspect of it. So I was retail's hard.
Mm-hmm.
I have a lot of respect for people that wake up every day and go do it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was on my way out. I wanted to take advantage of my employee discount. And like I said, I also wanted to flex my design muscle a little more beyond a very standard red, white, and blue color palette, which in the US Senate makes sense. So I started a business so I could do those things. So I could buy some equipment, write it off as a business expense,
Mm-hmm.
and ended up uh, being fairly successful. It was a part-time thing. It will probably stay a part-time thing, which is fine.
Mm-hmm.
But I've really enjoyed it, and the clients that I've worked with have been just marvelous people to work with.
Yeah, that's great. So, what is something that you wish the listeners knew about Retrospective?
Basically, let me to do the best job I can for you. You're going to get some great products. I think after working for 30 years in government, but I look at things at a very elevated level and really want everything I produce for any client to be as elevated as it can be. I want it to look like something that, a Madison Avenue organization might develop, but it's going to be from some guy down the street, that's me, with, more reasonable, hopefully small town prices. It's certainly not Madison Avenue prices.
Yeah, I love it. So, if the listeners are inspired and want to connect with you, if they want to work with you, where can they find you?
So they can go to my website, brettrospective.com. It's a difficult thing to spell, so you can just go to brettro.com,
Yeah.
brettro.com. Or if you're more interested in the app, jobodex.app, also available on the Apple App Store. That is primarily where my focus has been over the past year. You can see some of my social media work through the jobodex social medias. In April, I every business day in April, I did a "You Need a Job" series where it's me doing like, "You need a job, so do I," but you're pulling weeds, you're mowing the lawn, you're like, it was
Mm-hmm.
always some element aspect of your life. But if you use this app, you can continue to manage your life and find a job. Was kind of the shtick. So
Yeah.
it's about 20 something really short videos of me doing some everyday things and an occasional really ridiculous thing. So those are fun.
Nice. I can't wait to check it out.
Yeah.
Brett, thank you so much for joining me on the podcast today and sharing both Retrospective and Jobodex with us.
Thank you so much for having me. This was really fun.
Thank you for listening to the Fredericksburg Neighbors Podcast. To nominate your favorite local businesses to be featured on the show, go to fxbgneighborspodcast.com.